Stay calm. Look sharp. Keep silent. Slower. Gently.
In Silent Slayer, you take on the role of a vampire hunter, infiltrating a castle filled with evil vampires. Your goal is to carefully disarm the traps so you can slay them in their sleep.
When players first play in Silent Slayer, they will find themselves in a gloomy, creepy, and evil, but also incredibly gorgeous place called the Castle Jar.
There are empty libraries, there are haunted hallways.
These vampires wrote and engraved their magic spells in vampiric alphabets all over the castle and also on most of their defensive traps. So often for the vampire, they can really tell the status and aesthetic preferences of whoever sleeps in there.
Silent Slayer is a game of you directly in front of a vampire. Thanks to the immersion of being in VR, you are alone in the castle, and it's just you and a vampire who might eat you.
Imagine a creature with bloody red eyes and sharp teeth jumping out of the darkness to attack you.
The key aspects of the experience of Silent Slayer are discovery, tension, and overcoming obstacles.
Players will face a variety of traps, so you need to be precise and quiet, and any wrong move and you might regret it.
So at first you may see some tripwires, and you'll have to learn to carefully position your snips to get through those wires.
While disarming traps, sound is used to warn a player to tell them how well they're doing. The watchful idol is a doll that watches the player, and if the player moves, the doll will start to scream just to tell the player, you messed up.
Stop moving.
Each chapter of Silent Slayer is broken into two halves. The first half is time with the book preparing for the coffin ahead.
First, there are also bind stones that the player must assemble, kind of like a big 3D jigsaw puzzle. Certain traps require the use of certain tools, so the player really needs to understand which tool goes to which trap.
In order to get to the vampire, the player must first find their heart. There is a tool that we refer to as the heart tool that players use to locate a vampire's heart wherever it may be in their chest. Then they perform the binding ritual to unlock the last magical barrier of defense that's keeping them from killing this vampire, and also bind that vampire in place. And so we want players to feel scared, we want them to feel the tension of those moments, but ultimately we want them to feel accomplished when they finally succeed in their goal and slay the vampires of the castle.